Welcome back to the Scottish Football Roundup. With action where Raith Rovers welcomed St Johnstone on Friday evening.
Flicked on by Gullen over the head of Fowler, and forward up to Stanton, and a layoff and a strike from distances from Smith, and it's a good one. He scored against Ayr on Tuesday night from a wee bit closer in. Well, a number of flares let off by the fans behind Toby Stewart's goal, and that's why the smoke is streaming across your screen right now as Stanton breaks forward, finds Gullen. Gullen drives forward. Gullen out to Fotheringham, in on the right foot. It's Fotheringham deflected, and it's in from Fowler. No, he's missed it, and Stanton claims that's in. And officials disagree. But how has it not ended up in the back of the net?
Well, they've received plenty of praise for their good football this season, St Johnstone, but this is just pure comedy. Fowler, he thinks he scored, maybe he takes his eye off it. It's harder to miss from the position he's in. Huge deflection, and he just swipes at it, and Stanton hits it straight off his face. It is comical from St Johnstone. Don't mind that from Stanton claiming it, but I don't know if he saw that his teammates kept it out of his face.
A great deal of chances in this game, but the ones we have had been significant, particularly the Fowler one he should have scored from point blank range. Here's Stanton, goes from distance, and Raith had to be smart there to push that behind for a corner. Now finds the pass for Vaughan, and Hamilton is in behind here. Diabate recovers. Hamilton goes on the outside. Defender stands his ground. Stevenson to Brown. Stewart saves, and Vaughan follows in and can't score. Incredible. Stewart again, the hero for St Johnstone, and Lewis Vaughan denied once more. Port Vale one from there as Gullen's corner comes in, curls too far, and now McAlear's going to take it on, and it's not a bad effort, just sliced it slightly. And it comes from Gullen to the back post, headed down, chance on! Josh Ray clings to the ball, and it's Jason Hall, the captain, hands on his face. That was the opportunity, and James, your favourite time.
Oh, it's a big opportunity. Oh, he's got so much time as well. I don't think he needs to go with the head.
St Johnstone's Friday night draw meant that Partick Thistle could close the gap at the top of the table with a win against Airdrie. Alex Samuel going close to an opening goal, first hitting the post, with Harry Stone making a save on the follow-up. The hosts were well on top at Firhill and would get their next crack at goal from a 23rd minute free kick. Ben Stanley stepping up for the Jags and firing a brilliant strike beyond Stone for 1-0. Set pieces would continue to be a key weapon for Thistle in the first half. This corner kick finding the head of Lee Ashcroft, whose effort went close to doubling the advantage. Chances were few for Airdrie in the first half, but a big one would come the way of Dylan MacDonald late in the first period. The fullback with space in the box, but the strike off target. The home side would continue to dominate proceedings after the break and push to double their lead. Midfielder O'Shane Smith having a goal from range, denied only by a flying save from Stone. Aidan Fitzpatrick's pace on the wing is always a threat for Thistle. It was his positive play down the right which set up a big chance for Tony Watt, the striker though unable to turn home on the angle. Thistle remained firmly on top and continued to push for a second goal late in the game. The best chance of the second half coming the way of Dan O'Reilly, who fired over from close range as it finished 1-0 to the home side. It took just 2 minutes for the opening goal to arrive in this meeting at Gayfield. A long ball from Tam O'Brien finding the run of Ryan Dow, who got there ahead of keeper Billy Tyrrell to head home for 1-0. And having set up the opening goal, O'Brien would soon go close to scoring one of his own. The centre-back with a run to the front post, with his header just off target. The missed chance would soon go punished by the away side. Dunfermline finding an equaliser in the 14th minute, with Andrew Todd's effort helped on by an unfortunate touch from Aaron Muirhead. After few opportunities at the tail end of the first half, things would pick up again after the break. Arbroath restoring their lead in the 49th minute, with Muirhead getting the decisive touch. Dunfermline though would have their chances at Gayfield, the next one coming to Todd in fortunate circumstances via a deflection, with the attacker denied by an important save from Aidan McAdams. The Pars made a goalkeeping change at the break, with Dennis Mehmet replacing Billy Tyrrell. The substitute keeper with a costly mistake on 67 minutes, as he was credited with Arbroath's third goal. Dunfermline needed a moment of inspiration, and it would come from Josh Cooper, the midfielder with brilliant work in the 82nd minute to pick out the bottom corner and find the net for 3-2. Tensions would flare in the 85th minute after a coming together on the Dunfermline byline. An altercation between Charlie Gilmore and Jacob McIntyre, seeing both players shown yellow cards by referee Kevin Clancy. With only one goal between the sides, Arbroath would push to put the result beyond doubt in the dying embers. Pars keeper Mehmet doing well to make two initial saves before Finlay Marshall wrapped things up in the 89th minute. Despite the result being all but sewn up, there would be one further flashpoint deep into added time. Arbroath's McIntyre getting into a second confrontation and being punished with his second yellow card of the game. The late red card not enough to dampen Arbroath's spirits as they took all 3 points. The opening goal in the south side of Glasgow would come inside the first 3 minutes, with Matty Shields getting the misfortunate touch to give Morton the lead. But the home side would soon hit back with a goal of their own. Space opening up for Roddy McGregor in the 8th minute, with Nikolai Todorov taking the acclaim after he got the all-important touch for his first Spiders goal. And the Bulgarian would go close to grabbing his second, heading narrowly over from a well-placed free kick. Morton almost retook the lead in spectacular fashion in Glasgow. Grant Gillespie's stunning dipping volley being helped onto the crossbar by a crucial touch from Callum Ferry. The home side would make a bright start to the second half and nudge themselves in front just beyond the hour mark. Henry Fieldson's header making it 2-1 in the 62nd minute. The Queen's Park lead though would last just 10 minutes. Morton hitting back in fine fashion, with a neat cutback being swept home by Ian Wilson on 72 minutes. It was a back and forth encounter, with both sides feeling they could go on and win it. Queen's Park striking the next blow, with Aidan Connolly popping up at the back post for 3-2 just 3 minutes later. And there would be one last chance for Morton to grab a share of the spoils late on. Curtis Main with a big opportunity in the Spiders box, with keeper Ferry making another crucial save to ensure that his side held on for all 3 points. Two sides fighting battles at opposite ends of the table squared off at Somerset Park. The home side with most of the first half pressure, but unable to find a goal in the opening 45. Ross County's chances were fairly limited in the first period, with one of the Staggies' best moments coming from former airman Ross Docherty, whose strike was kept out by Max Thompson. The best chance for either side at Somerset would come to the home team, with Kevin Holt's header cracking the bar from a free kick situation. It was far from a classic inertia, with both teams fighting for the upper hand, but struggling to find moments of quality in the final third. The home side with the better of the play on the day, but County doing enough to keep their hosts at bay as it ended 0-0 at Somerset Park. With slack play at the back from Cali presenting a chance to Stenhousemuir just 6 minutes in. Ollie White taking full advantage to give the Warriors the lead. But the home side would respond quickly, with a 19th minute cross picking out Alfie Babbage to restore parity to the scoreline. Cali were soon on the front foot again and pushing to take the lead, with a brilliant cross from Paul Allen finding the run of Babbage, with the attacker unable to bag his second. The second half would see Cali remain on the front foot. Alfie Stewart with this effort, which sailed just beyond the far post. The game remained firmly in the balance late in the day, with Inverness on the hunt for a late winner. Babbage going through in this exchange, with claims of a penalty waved away as both sides settled for a point apiece.
It's a good free kick, and the header is inches over the bar from Hamilton. The delivery, not a bad one, and it's flicked goalwards and even closer than the first attempt. Is there a late sting in this half? Adamson, Donnelly comes back on his right foot. Adamson keeps it alive. Edge of the box to Burnside, and down the throat of Lane. Win it back in the middle of the park here. Adamson goes away from McDonald despite him having a grasp of his shirt, and here come Alloa with real purpose. Donnelly back to Adamson, he's done excellently well, and he's dragged it inches wide of the post.
You'll need help with the third one.
Clark, it's your man, Andrew back. Good play from Donnelly, that's the interchange that Alloa have been looking for, and Burnside into the box, and he scores! Returning to the black and gold! Alloa take a well-deserved lead, and it's Callum Burnside who fires the hosts in front. Good flick from Donnelly, and lovely ball from Roberts to Adamson. Brings it back across goal. Lovely feet from Donnelly, and he passes it into the bottom corner. The most nonchalant striker in Scottish football does it once again. It's a beautiful finish, lovely feet, and he doubles Alloa's lead.
Trying from Mackay. Good chance now.
Burnside, lovely pass from Burnside. Brilliant turn from Adamson, and again Lane matches him.
Do you know, a bit of a running joke after in the afters, you know, talking to the players.
Yeah, it's an excellent ball. Stewart drives and he loses his feet and recovers well. Lewis Stewart cuts it back, and it's in back in again. And that is a celebration and a half as well from Callum Gallagher, who scores his first goal in the league since returning to the Rex. He's put the cherry on top of the cake. It's Alloa 3, Hamilton 0.
Montrose remain in with an outside shout of making the playoffs in League One. They would make the perfect start in this one, with Andrew Steeves opening the scoring inside just 2 minutes. And the quick start from the Gable Endies would continue into the 12th minute, with the home side doubling their advantage when Taylor Sutherland turned his man inside out and provided an emphatic finish. The Montrose would almost shoot themselves in the foot in the first half. Loose play from Harrison Sharp giving Brendan Dickinson a chance, one which he couldn't convert. The second half would see the home side pushing to put the game to bed. Callum Sandilands going through on goal to make it 3, with Matty Douglas making a crucial sliding challenge. Despite having been second best for large periods, Queens would get a lifeline in the 75th minute. Kai Kennedy working room for a shooting chance in the box, with his effort deflecting in to reduce the arrears. And just 5 minutes later, the away team would have a chance to equalise. Curtis Guthrie backing into his man and taking a tumble in the box, with referee Duncan Williams pointing to the spot. It was Kennedy to take from 12 yards. No mistake from him, with the Doonhamers sensing a turnaround on the cards. With the game seemingly swinging in favour of Queen of the South, the pendulum would swing back the way of Montrose in spectacular fashion. 85 minutes on the clock when Craig Brown produced a moment of pure magic. Undoubtedly one of the goals of the season in the SPFL. But things weren't quite done yet, with Queen still sensing a chance of snatching a point late on. A well-placed cross finding Guthrie, whose header cracked the bar as Montrose took the points in a thriller at Links Park. Two sides who know each other very well squared off at Balmoor, the home side asking early questions. Seb Ross kept out by Rory Adams. Peterhead remained on the front foot in the early going and made the breakthrough in the 8th minute, with Dylan Forrest supplying a brilliant drive from outside the box. It was a well-deserved lead for Peterhead after their strong start to the match, but it was only a fleeting advantage, with East Fife hitting back in double-quick fashion. The away side going up the other end straight from kick-off, with Destiny Oladipo scoring an excellent equaliser. The early flurry of goals was showing no signs of slowing down, however. Peterhead retaking the lead in the 16th minute with a game of penalty box pinball, resulting in Jason Brown poking home. It would take until the second half for the next goal to arrive, but it would come the way of the home team in the 52nd minute. Excellent play down the left, seeing a cross flashed into the East Fife box, with Kieran Shanks on hand to stab home for the Blue Toon. 3 goals, 3 points, and an excellent home display from Peterhead. With both sides scrapping at the bottom of the table, the first goal felt like it could be pivotal at the Balmoral Stadium. Ross Cunningham going close to giving the away side the lead, with Robbie Much getting a crucial touch. But the resulting corner would see Kelty Hearts make the breakthrough. A ball to the front post being flicked on and touched home by Jack Bryden for a 43rd minute lead. After a first half of few chances, the hosts would create more after the break. A well-flighted corner finding the head of Liam Parker, who nodded just over the crossbar. Corners continued to play a big part in this one, with Cove's next chance coming in the 82nd minute, as Cooper Masson picked the ball up outside the box and found the bottom corner with a terrific strike to equalise. With the game finally poised late on, both teams would push to find a match-winning moment. Masson going close to an incredible second, matched only by the save from Kyle Gourley. And Kelty would have their own chance to take all 3 points at the death. The ball breaking for Luke McCarville in the box, with Much making another big stop as it ended 1 apiece. Knew that a win at home to Dumbarton could be crucial in their push for promotion. John Robertson close to opening the scoring, with his effort cracking the bar. Bobby McCluckie is a player in red-hot form for East Kilbride. The on-loan attacker continuing his recent scoring streak, making it 1-0 with an excellent header on the half-hour mark. The home side weren't hanging around though, and would go on to grab a second just 5 minutes later. A neat passing move ending at the feet of Joao Balde, who made it 2-0 at K Park. Having went close earlier in the game, Robertson was clearly in the mood for a goal in this one. The attacker trying his luck again on 38 minutes, with a mistake from Brett Long seeing East Kilbride take a 3-goal lead. Despite being under the cosh for large periods, there would be a moment of positivity for Dumbarton in the second half. Ali Omar pulling a goal back for the Suns in the 66th minute. But the day belonged to East Kilbride, who strengthened their title push.
Not enough that time.
Stranraer played the loose ball.
Yeah, good. Now, tall, great ball in.
Again, dangerous looking ball.
Yeah, could have came to Lang, but here's
done well
Gillis.
there.
Oh, brilliant for Gillis. Now he can. Oh, just a wee. Oh,
it's a good chance.
It's a goal!
A very good chance.
It's Dean Kellan, the number 1 for the Blues. Sonker staying up there. Oh, get it in, done well.
Did well to keep it in.
Oh, comes to Stout.
McNulty's got a bit of time.
Oh, well
good
done.
save.
Good to Max. Now Spartans the ball on that far side. I think it's Drysdale on that far side.
Matty Gillis covering
to White.
A massive distance to get back there after trying to chase it down.
Now McNulty finds
chance for a shot here.
Oh, and a let him shoot. Oh, it's just wide.
Did not look far away at all. Spartans maybe just starting to have a little bit more of the ball.
Yeah. Drysdale.
Oh, it's taken a deflection. Two deflections.
Two deflections are really unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate for the Blues.
I think the disappointing thing for us is the goal.
Yeah.
The goal aside, Max Curry's been just about a spectator.
Yeah.
That's not to say that Paddy Martin's been massively worked. There's a wee chance here though. It's gone for the lob.
Yes!
It's there!
Yes!
It is there!
Aaron Quigg! Aaron Quigg
He's
with a
won it,
beautiful goal!
surely!
In stoppage time, I think has won it for the Blues.
Surely won it.
Beautiful lob for Aaron Quigg, and he's won the points for Stranraer.
Tommy Robson with the corner. I was saying to Darren Young post-match on the touchline that I thought Tommy Robson's corner kicks had been excellent so far. How's this one? How he goes down? It's a penalty to Clyde. Jinky Hilton for Clyde, up against Weir to make it 1-0 to Clyde. And he does! Calm as you like from Clyde's number 10. Runs to the photographer Craig Black. And it's 1-0 Clyde here, 25 minutes in.
Nice. Lovely.
Ball comes through, Hilton for a second, and he gets it! James Hilton at the double. It's 2-0 to Clyde. But I think it's going to be that ball round the corner, skipping up off the surface now that the rain's come down a little bit more, that's going to open this game up. As Redfern plays it into Williamson. Williamson beats his man. To Redfern, big save, and Hines is there on the rebound. It's onside. Clyde have 3, and Darren Hines scores once more. Barry Cuddihy takes it out his feet. Great to see Barry back. What can he do? Clyde have men over here. Connell plays it through for Hilton for his hat-trick. Yeah. And he gets it! James Hilton with the match ball. He signals to the Clyde crowd. It's 3 for him. Clyde have 4.
And with Darren Hines there again, I'm not sure how many times he's done that. That's wonderful. If he's getting that, that's brilliant. He's getting that.
Hines
tell Connell.
Plays it to Connell. And it's 5. 5-0.
The opening goal at Station Park would come just 9 minutes into the game, with hesitant play from Annan keeper Gio Clark punished as Martin Rennie crashed home the first of the afternoon. Though the young keeper would make an important stop to keep out this curling free kick from Forfar's Craig Slater. Forfar continued to have the better of the play after the break, with the Loons going close again as Callum Wilson steered his strike just wide of the goal. Annan would begin to show more in the attacking third in the second period. Aidan Smith bursting through here, with the finish going narrowly off target. The Galabankies' next chance would come from a corner kick. Darryl Carrick with excellent work to keep the move alive, before showing brilliant skill to work his way into the box. The eventual effort though, a simple gather for Forfar goalkeeper Mason Munn. Annan kept on pushing though, and would get their equaliser in the 79th minute. The ball breaking to Tommy Goss, who crashed home for 1-1. But in a game of fine margins, it would be a goalkeeping error which would decide the outcome. The ball ending up at the feet of Annan keeper Clark again in the 84th minute, with Tyler Pasnick taking advantage of a slack touch to find the net. Forfar making it back-to-back wins in League 2. Stirling were on the front foot early doors at Borough Briggs, with Robbie McNabb going close to giving the away side the lead. The home side's first real opening would come through neat passing play around the Stirling box. Josh Walker opening a yard of space with a shot well saved by Derek Gaston. Elgin continued to apply pressure on the Stirling goal early on. Dylan Ross with this effort, one which required another hand from Gaston. The Black and Whites continued to look the likelier side to make the breakthrough in the second period. Attacker Ryan Sargent working an opening here, with his strike drifting narrowly past the post. The pressure was building from the home side, with the breakthrough eventually coming in the 71st minute. Matthias Micado's first time strike giving Elgin a well-deserved lead. With Stirling pushing for an equaliser late on, Elgin would defend a corner kick well and launch a counter-attack. The Black and Whites surging forward, but the attack stopped by a pair of challenges from Stirling's Lee Hamilton. Referee Jamie Wilkie unhappy with the nature of the challenges, with Hamilton shown an 86th minute red card, as Elgin held on for a narrow hold.